Hey, welcome back to Living in Minnesota. My name is Joe Carmack, and this is Wayzata. Describe the city of Wayzata as a very luxury area, as you're going to find out. The price point is very high here, and with that comes a lot of luxury amenities, but it's a very small city as well. So it's only got about 4,600 people that currently live here. The biggest draw is going to be the school districts, which we'll talk about, and then also the proximity to Minneapolis. So this is going to be a really great spot if you're looking to commute out of Minneapolis, because it's just straight down Highway 394 to the west side there. And it's also called the gateway to Lake Minnetonka. It's right on the north side of Lake Minnetonka, and so it's surrounded by just a whole lake community with the different lakes and areas throughout that Lake Minnetonka system. But it's still a very small, quaint city. So it's got great access for all the different luxury amenities that you would hope for. We'll take a look at some of the shops, the restaurants, the dining. I mean, it's really got it going on, and it's very, very upscale in Wayzata. The city originally was founded from James J. Hill, who's kind of a controversial figure in the area, but it originally started in the late 1800s as a little train station area here. It kind of became a resort town through right up until about 1900. And then since then, it's just been growing and evolving, but very slowly over time. And it's kept a lot of that real historic charm from the different vintage buildings and the hotels and the train museum. But then it's got a lot of upscale and modern amenities as well. Wayzata is right on Lake Minnetonka, so it's got quite a few outdoor activities to do. I wouldn't necessarily say it's a destination for playgrounds for the kids, but if your kids are into outdoors activities like paddleboarding or kayaking or canoeing, there is Wainani, which you can rent those things from right in the downtown area. It's also got the Three Rivers Park District, and so you can go through a whole different trail system and different little parks that are spread throughout the whole city. There's also Woodrow Park, which is on the north side. That's got some additional trails. And then again in downtown off of Lake Street, you've got Wayzata Beach. Wayzata is a very walkable little downtown area, and you're gonna find tons of shopping in retail and commercial spaces. So we're on Lake Street right here, which is the main cool part of downtown Wayzata. There is, to the north side, you'll find some of the more commercial areas and chain restaurants. But on Lake Street, you're gonna find mom and pop restaurants, tons of little retail. You're gonna find high-end restaurants like McCormick, their steakhouses, their sushi and seafood. And you're gonna find all the little boutique stores as well, like Talbot's and some others. You'll find coffee shops and businesses as well. So it's all very, very local. It's very walkable, and you're gonna just love the downtown area of Wayzata. You probably clicked on this video, honestly, because of the school district, which is much more well-known than the city of Wayzata itself. Wayzata School District has an A+ rating on niche.com, and it's got a minimum of an A rating in every single category except for diversity. which has a B rating. However, as far as the suburbs of Minneapolis goes, that's actually pretty good as well. If you were looking to be in Wayzata schools but don't necessarily care about the city of Wayzata, there are actually more affordable options. The Wayzata School District covers the vast majority of Plymouth as well, which is just to our north. So if you're looking to buy a home and you don't necessarily have the budget for Wayzata, which we're going to show you in a minute what real estate will get you, but you can look in some of the nearby cities to get the school districts at a more affordable price. Wayzata is one of the most expensive and exclusive communities in the Twin Cities metro. With such a small population and so many great amenities, you're going to see that the prices really go up pretty quickly. So let me give you a few quick stats on the Twin Cities versus Wayzata prices. Starting with single family homes, the Twin Cities median sales price right now is $356,000. Wayzata, on the other hand, is almost 3 times that at $1.1 million. If we're looking just at townhomes, the Twin Cities median $268,000. Versus Wayzata is at $620,000, so again, almost 3 times the amount. Condos really is what surprised me though. Wayzata's median condo is actually at $940,000 versus the Twin Cities is only $200,000. So it's almost 5 times the price of the Twin Cities metro. What that's going to tell you is there are a lot of people that really enjoy condo and townhome living. A lot of retirees, they're looking for that easier living situation and they want to get away from a single family. All right, let's talk about more affordable real estate options in Wayzata. So I'm going to be honest, there aren't really a lot of them, but let me give you a couple of examples of what's sold most recently in those lower price points. So a couple blocks over, we just had a property that sold. It did have a single family rambler on it, but the property was a complete tear down. That was on a 1/4 acre lot and it was not a very good location. It kind of looked out over the highway. That property just sold for $415,000. Another one that just sold recently was completely remodeled, but it was again built in the 50s, only 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and 1 car garage stall on a city acre lot, and it was only about 1,700 or 1,800 square feet. That property, completely remodeled, sold for $591,000. So generally speaking, you're not going to find a lot of affordable options in Wayzata when just a lot alone is going to cost you $415,000. If you're wanting to be in the Wayzata School District, which again is what a lot of people that look for this area are actually trying to get into, I'd recommend going to that Plymouth video that we did. You can see a similar neighborhood tour as this video, but what you're going to find is homes are a lot less expensive. You can get a townhome, easily under the mid 200s. You can get a single family in the 300 range, 350. So there's going to be a lot more affordable options, a similar cost of living, similar lifestyle, and the great school districts just for a lot less money. As for luxury real estate in Wayzata, I mean, pretty much everything is luxury compared to the rest of the metro, but you can obviously find older homes built in kind of the 1950s to 80s time frame. Some of those have obviously been updated and might be real modern inside, or they'll have a ton of vintage character. And then you can go all the way up to brand new construction. Now there's not a ton of new construction happening, especially when it's along the lakes, but as with the affordable areas, a lot of those are getting torn down and then they're becoming brand new construction or major renovations that are happening. So as far as price points for luxury homes, the sky is truly the limit. What I did find really interesting was there's actually been, in the last 90 days, the same number of homes that have sold under 700,000 that have sold 2 million and plus. So there's a ton of upper end real estate in this area. If you are trying to be on the Lake Minnetonka, for example, is going to typically start you around $5 million. That's going to be somewhat modest typically, but we're still talking about 3,000 or 4,000 square feet. These are often larger lots, so maybe you can get an acre on average, but there are going to be larger homes, beachfront, very nice real estate. It's just going to cost you a pretty penny. Hey, thanks for hanging out with us in Wayzata today. If you're thinking about making a move to Minnesota or you already live here, I would love to be your agent. So find all my contact info down below, and I'll catch you next time.